Hi guys, it's Shemi. So for my Women's History Month video hop, I decided to do Mother Teresa or Blessed Teresa of Calcutta, and I am going to do a mixed media triptych. I did make my own pattern for this, so right now I'm just decoupaging some papers on there. I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to kind of let you watch the process. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm going to tell you about why I chose her and what her life was like, because I think she is a great woman, and I truly respect her. So, Mother Teresa was born in the Ottoman Empire on August 26, 1910. She was raised by a single mother because her dad died when she was 8, but her mother was very religious, a very nice but very strong woman who loved and take care of her kids by herself. At age 18, Teresa went to joined a religious order, and she became a sister, and she moved to Ireland, and then she moved to India, where she spent most of her life. While she was in India, she taught at a school with her order, and which is amazing. And she worked at a school. She was the principal of the school. She loved working with kids. People absolutely adored her. But maybe about a few years after that, she worked there for almost 20 years, she felt this calling in her heart from Jesus, and he told her to take care of his poor, to take care of his people, you know, the forgotten ones, the sick, the poor, all the children that weren't wanted. And it was so strong that she left her order, and her and a group of sisters, you know, that were following her, they went out into the streets of India and they started missionary work. So they started to serve the poor. So in India, you know, if you're sick, then basically you're turned out. And so, because they just don't have room, you know, to take care of all the sick people there. So she would go up to sick people on the streets, or people that had, you know, marks from leprosy or scabs or sores, and she would clean them out. And she did so with lots of love, and she visited families and tuck in orphans and that kind of thing. And she did that for a while. And then what happened was she was able to eventually open a house, which is amazing. And she converted into a free hostel for the poor, and that was her first house. And it's the house, she called it the Home of the Pure Heart, which is beautiful. And it was a house for the dying, as I said. And they were brought to the house, and they received medical attention, and they were afforded the opportunity to die with dignity, because if you're dying on the street, you're not dying with dignity, you know. And she thought that every human person deserved to die with dignity. So, and it's so beautiful. Like, she was a very strong Catholic woman, and she believed in her faith in the Catholic Church. But she loved people so much that she would accept anyone in, no matter what their religion was. So Muslim people were there, Hindu people died there, Catholics, Christian, whatever you were, and she would willingly let you practice your faith. I mean, it was not like she was trying to convert you to be a Catholic or something like that. She wanted everyone to die with dignity, and part of that was dying with the religion, you know, that they believed in. And it was so beautiful what she said. She said, "A beautiful death is for people who lived like animals, to die like angels, loved and wanted." And that was basically the whole mission of her life, is that she wanted everyone to be loved and to be wanted. And that's always what she wanted, which is amazing. And that's what she did for all her life. And then her second house that she opened was for those suffering from leprosy, and that was called the City of Peace. And she would actually touch people that had leprosy and clean them, and just treated them with dignity. That was her main thing, is that you treat poor people with dignity, you know, you love them. And you know, I love what she said. I was reading one of her books, because I love her. I've always loved her ever since I was a little girl. and she talked about how you don't give your crumbs to the poor people. Like, you don't give them like the expired food, like, you know, that no one in your family wants. You give them the best. They don't need your crumbs. So I'm always like really touched by that. And the reason why this is so personal to me and why she touched me so much is because, you know, like when I was a teenager, I was completely selfish, and a young adult, you know, totally into myself. And I don't know, I just felt like there had to be more than life, than living, you know, doing whatever I wanted and being a selfish person. And she was one of the places that I went because her life was just so amazing, and she inspired me so much that I wanted to do great things like she did. And one of the favorite quotes that she says that I love so much is, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." And that quote just has helped me so much in my life, and I follow her example for sure, in being a less selfish person and thinking about the needs of other people and volunteering, and I would not have had that if it wasn't for her. And so I hope that this honors her and her memory. And she was just a great woman, and the most amazing thing is that a lot of the time she did not feel God's constellation. Like, she didn't know if she was doing the right thing. She had lots of doubt. She had this really dark night of the soul, but in spite of that, she did all this amazing work. She won a Nobel Peace Prize, and even though she felt this emptiness inside, she was always filled with joy, and she always served with lots of joy and lots of love for the people, you know, that God had entrusted to her. So she's amazing to me. I love her so much, and she's an amazing woman. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please be sure to check out the other people in the hop. If you go down to the description box, there'll be an explanation of how you go to the next video, and I will have pictures at the end so you can check it out. And I will also put notes too, so you can like watch what I'm using for this tutorial. Sorry, I just really want to explain why I enjoyed making this so much and why I just am in love with Mother Teresa. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day. Bye bye.